Now, we've got some breaking news. Turkish authorities have identified the suicide bomber who killed 4 people near Taksim Square in Istanbul. He's been identified as Mehmet Öztürk. He's a 23-year-old with suspected links to Daesh. Locals have been, of course, laying down roses and Turkish national flags in memories of those who were killed when Öztürk struck Istanbul's busiest shopping avenue, Istiklal Street, on Saturday, leaving 39 people injured and 4 people dead. Let's go to our reporter Ediz Tianshen, who is outside Şişli Hospital, where some of the victims of Saturday's attacks are being treated. And Ediz, we're getting this breaking news now. It's interesting that we are hearing now that this attacker, he is suspected to be linked to Daesh. That will tell us a bit, won't it?
Certainly. I mean, this is the first report coming from the results of the tests that the forensics teams have been running since yesterday. We understand that as a result of the DNA test, it matched the name Mehmet Öztürk. It's a 23-year-old Turkish citizen, as you rightly pointed out, and officials have also confirmed that he has suspected links to Daesh. Now, this was a speculation that came up yesterday, but wasn't officially confirmed. Now that we have a DNA test that matches the name Mehmet Öztürk, a 23-year-old Turkish citizen, officials have looked into it and apparently found suspected links to Daesh. So it's quite a change from the initial findings, really. As you remember, this is the 3rd bombing in Turkey in the past month or so, 2 in Ankara and now 1 in Istanbul, and previous 2 attacks were conducted by TAK. This is the terrorist organization considered the urban military wing of PKK, another Kurdish terror organization in the region now. So all fingers were really pointed at PKK. Now it will be interesting to see whether these suspected links will be validated, whether Daesh will come out of this attack as the responsible group, or if we will actually find other links to what was initially suspected as TAK or PKK. It's all to be seen.
Okay, and you are outside Şişli Hospital, where many of the injured victims of the attack are. What more can you tell us about their condition?
Well, we've also just got an update from the Ministry of Health. Now, the initial number of injuries, which stood at 39 in the beginning, has now gone down to 15. So we have 15 injured around several hospitals in Istanbul, and 4 of them in critical condition. Now, this change is mainly because of many people injured already having completed their treatments. They've been discharged from hospitals. But remember also, most of the casualties were actually foreigners. And when it comes to Israeli citizens, since yesterday, 2 planes airlifted the casualties of Israeli origin back to their home country. So hence the decrease now down to 15 people, 4 of them in critical condition. And there's a rather large media crowd currently present here. You can see they are all waiting to hear more about a particular case of a 2- and 5-year-old Turkish girl, a child whose name is Asya, apparently. We're also waiting for a family member to come out and tell us more about her condition. But as it seems critical, there is lots of prayers and solidarity coming, not only from loved ones, but since the morning we've also seen many officials from various Turkish parties really coming to visit and show solidarity.
Okay, Ediz, many thanks for that. Just to recap that breaking news, Turkish authorities have identified the suicide bomber who was behind that attack on Istiklal Street. He's been identified as Mehmet Öztürk. He's a 23-year-old Turkish citizen, and they suspect he has links to Daesh.